What's going on, everyone? Question for you. Is it possible to get the maximum range number that an e-bike company lists on their website? You know, people ask me all the time about range, and I usually tell them, take that big number on the website, cut it in half, and that's probably realistically what you're gonna get. But lately, I've been thinking, are those max numbers that they list, are they even achievable? Like, can you really get that maximum range? And how do you gotta ride? What do you gotta do to hit that max mileage? So I decided to test it. And I would decide to use this bike. This is the Freedare Saiga bike. It's got a, right here, hidden in the frame, 20 amp hour battery pack, 48 volt, 20 amp hours. So it's 960 watt hours. And they claim on the website that the max range is 90 miles. That's a pretty big number. And I wanted to set out and find out if I could actually hit 90 miles on this bike. So I gave it a shot. Here's how it went. Okay, everybody, can we actually get the claimed range of this bike? We're gonna try. I'm gonna do my best to try to get the claimed range. So the way I'm doing this, I am at 5.3 miles into the test so far. So we've gone 5.3 miles. I'm down to 95% battery. So, I mean, right now we're about 1% equals 1 mile. That's pretty good, right? I mean, 100 miles. They claim 90. Maybe we'll get closer than I think, but I don't think we're gonna get to 90. I feel like if I had to throw out a guess at the beginning, I would say maybe 70, 75. That might be my guess. And what I'm doing is I'm riding this bike in eco mode. So the least amount of power, eco mode, because it does have multiple modes. You can be eco, sport, touring, whatever. So eco mode and then pedal assist 1. That's it. So the least, this is the least amount of power this bike can give me. It's in the lowest possible setting, short of turning it off. So if you're gonna get the claimed 90-mile range, this is the mode you gotta be in, right? So pedal assist 1, eco mode, we're not leaving that mode. I'm not gonna go any higher on the pedal assist, and I'm gonna try not, if at all possible, to not use the throttle. So I'm giving this bike every chance it possibly has to hit that claimed range. It's a torque sensor bike, and torque sensor works really good. It's really responsive to the pressure you're putting on the pedals. So I'm gonna have to pedal. I can't ghost pedal like a Cadence and just get the power out of it. I'm gonna have to give it some input from the rider. So I'm gonna be helping this bike. That's gonna help its case, and it's gonna hurt me because I hate pedaling. I just wanna ride with just a throttle. And I've got the seat up nice and high where I can extend my legs a little bit, you know, because I don't wanna kill my knees. And that ride position is just killing me. I hate riding a bike like that with the seat all the way up, and I end up just hunched over the handlebars. If I feel like I need to get a handlebar with a rise in it, or a handlebar riser. So I'm sure this range test is gonna take me a couple days, so we may swing back to the garage and replace the handlebars or something really quick to change the ride position if I need. But anyway, yeah, I just came to the Greenway. I figured this is the best place to do something like this. I don't want to deal with traffic when I can't get up to 25 plus miles an hour. And I found that riding in this mode, eco and pedal assist 1, the bike kind of allows me to maintain 10 to 12 miles per hour. So it's gonna be a long range test if I can only go 10 to 12 miles per hour on this thing. But we just crossed over to 6.1 miles, and it literally just dropped to 94%. We are getting a mile per percent right now. That's a good sign, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna do it. Prove me wrong. I don't think you can do 90 miles, but I'm willing to be wrong. That's why we're doing it. Now, I won't bore you with all the miles, so I'm just gonna start knocking out as many as I can on this Greenway. Time for a quick check-in. We're at 12.9 miles. 12.9 miles, and we've got 90% battery left. That's looking pretty good. I mean, we're on track here. This thing's doing way better than I thought so far. We'll see. We'll see how accurate this battery indicator really is. And this has been my solution for the ride position comfort. I want to be more upright, so hey, let's just ride no hands. This bike is stable enough to do this, even with the motor kicking in and out. I mean, it's very stable. There's no wobbles in it at all. It's a nice bike. I can't believe it's as cheap as it is. It's like 1,300 bucks or something. Back at home for a pit stop. Citizen needs a breather. I've been doing a lot of pedaling on this bike, but we are at, let's see, the bike is telling me 23.8 miles. 23.8 miles so far today. My GPS says 24.5, so right around 24 miles today that I've ridden on this thing in eco mode and pedal assist one. I gotta tell you, man, I got a workout too. My legs are a little tired. The bike is saying 77% battery for 24 miles. So we're right around getting a mile for every percent of battery. I don't know how accurate that is, but day number one, I gotta put a W in Freedare's column today. A win for Freedare, but this is not over. It's not over. I'll be back tomorrow. And I gotta make a couple quick changes before I ride this again tomorrow. I need a softer seat or like a suspension seat post in there, and I need a handlebar riser or a different set of bars, something to lift those bars up higher so it's a little bit more comfy to ride. But yeah, that should be all we need, and then we'll knock out as many miles as we can tomorrow. Day number 2 on the Freedare Saiga bike. We're gonna knock out as many miles as we can today. I got all kinds of comfort mods that I did to this bike last night to make it so I could ride it for a long time today, but it's a rainy day, so I don't know how many miles I'm gonna get in before the storms roll through, but let me show you what I did to make this thing more comfortable. So here's the new setup. We put on a wider, flatter, softer seat with a suspension seat post, and I added a 3-inch stem riser to bring those handlebars up nice and tall. I added a couple mirrors so I can see what's going on around me. Added the water bottle holder so I don't have to carry that in a bag on my back anymore. We got a lock and a toolkit just in case anything happens, and we're all set. It's actually a lot more comfortable to ride in this setup. So those were some really good changes, and the more I ride this bike, the more I'm really actually kind of starting to like it. It's just a chill, comfy ride. But we're still in our lowest pedal assist settings. We're gonna maintain those all day. We've been averaging, every percent has given me a mile of distance so far. We'll see how long that holds out. I don't think it's gonna hold out forever, but we're gonna find out. We have crossed over the 50-mile mark. I'm at 50.5 miles, 46% battery. This thing is just lightly sipping on the battery, and I would say it's on track to do its claimed 90-mile range. I think it's gonna get there. I think it's gonna do it. I mean, having it in eco mode, pedal assist one, it's just, I'm on flat ground, pedaling all the time, no throttle, so it's just very lightly sipping at that battery pack, just taking little tiny bits of battery. It might do it. I think it might hit its claimed range. I mean, I would never ride the bike like this. It's killing me not being able to pump it up in turbo mode and smash the throttle. I'm dying inside. I'm pedaling all the time and getting a workout. So, I mean, if this is how you're gonna ride it, yeah, I mean, you can get that claimed range, I think, but we'll see where it ends up. I'm gonna keep going. I might stop home for lunch. Day number 3 on the Freedare Saiga range test, where I'm trying to achieve the claimed 90-mile range. Can I actually go 90 miles? And I gotta tell you, I'm getting all types of weather in this range test, because the first day was shorts and suntan lotion. Yesterday it was rain. I was wearing a raincoat. Today it's cold. I'm wearing a hat and gloves. So all different weather types, but same style of riding every day. We're just putting in miles at about 12 miles an hour. That's how fast eco mode will let me go. Is it gonna hit 90? Man, I don't know. I was confident yesterday, and then it started going down a little quicker, so now I'm not sure. Maybe. I think it's gonna get close. It's gonna end up a lot closer, I think, than what I thought these bikes could do. Time for a quick check-in. I am approaching my original guess. I said I thought the bike was gonna go like 75 miles at the most. Well, I'm at 72.6 miles right now. 72.6 miles, I'm at 20% battery remaining. I'm heading towards home. I don't want to pedal this without the motor power. It's actually not fun. It's an 80-pound bike. So I don't want to be totally out of gas before I get home. So we're heading towards home. I've just been cruising on this greenway, just miles and miles and miles. I guess I should be thankful to have such flat, level, beautiful ground to ride on. I think it's gonna end up right around the 90-mile mark. I'd love to say that 90-mile range is confirmed. It's gonna be very close, but we'll see. All right, we are getting very, very close to the end. I'm at 9% battery. 9%. The little indicators turn red on me. I'm at 82 miles. 82 miles, 9% left. I don't think it's gonna hit the 90. It's gonna be just shy, I think. But still very, very impressive. We'll see where it ends up. Maybe these last couple percent will hang on longer than I am thinking, but it's getting tough to pedal. This is the hill climb hill. All right. Oh man. I'm standing up to pedal because, is this thing helping me? Yeah. All right. I'm holding true to my word. No throttle. No throttle. I'm pedaling the whole time. I gotta tell you, I have gotten a workout over the last 3 days. Putting in close to 90 miles of actual, like, pedaling. I will never do this again. Never. But I've come this far. So I gotta see it through. I'm getting out of breath. We're almost at the top of the hill though. Okay. I'm in like the lowest gear. These things are so heavy. If I didn't have pedal assist 1 on, I wouldn't be doing this. Whew. Okay. Yeah, that's a little better. Oh, we're down to 8% now. All right, I'll check in when I reach the end. All right, I made it through that hill. But look at the nice view we get from up here. Those clouds don't even look real. All right, moving on. We reached the end of the road, folks. That is it. I'm down to 1% battery. This thing is pretty much toast. I'll show you how much acceleration there is. I'll get to push the throttle finally. It'll still move the bike, but I mean, pedaling, it's not really assisting all that much. So it's, I mean, especially if you climb a hill, you get like no assistance. So I gotta call it there. It's not really usable power anymore. And according to this bike display, we went 85.3 miles. 85.3. I did look at my phone GPS and it said like 87-ish. So pretty accurate. Bike is pretty accurate as far as the odometer goes. Here's what I gotta say. Is it possible to hit the max range? Yes, but here's how you gotta do it. You gotta ride only level ground. You gotta only pedal, never use the throttle. You gotta keep it in eco mode, pedal assist 1, and never leave that, which I did all those. But the final thing is you gotta weigh less. If I weighed 150 instead of 180, I probably would have hit the 90-mile mark pretty easily. So yes, it is achievable. I don't think anyone's really gonna ride this bike that way. It was driving me bananas. Not being able to use the power and the fun of the electric bike. I couldn't use it. I was stuck just pedaling. My legs are burning. So I don't think anyone's gonna ride it this way. The average person's probably gonna get, I'm gonna say, 40 miles out of this battery pack. If you pedal a lot, maybe 50, 60. If you are heavy on the throttle, probably in the 30s. But to the average person, I wouldn't plan on achieving anywhere near the max range of 90 miles on this bike. You saw how I had to do it to get, and I still didn't hit it. I was still a couple miles short. But a very respectable range out of this Freedare Saiga bike. Very reasonable price point too. I think it's like $1,400 bucks. But as far as these range tests go, that's the last time I'm ever doing one like that where I try to get max range. No more. We'll file that one away and never do it again, because I suffered a little bit on that one with all the pedaling. I'm not used to that. I'm a throttle guy. I want to hit the throttle and have fun. 86, I'm gonna call 86 official miles I got out of this bike trying to get the max range. So pretty darn close. You've earned my respect, Freedare. I did not think it was gonna go that far. So nice job. Hope you guys all enjoyed. Do me a favor, hit subscribe. Consider coming back for more. Thanks.